Hey there, Glamily! It's your girl Macy, and welcome back to Official Glam. We're in for a real treat today, dolls. We're diving headfirst into the latest drama on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and let me tell you, these ladies are bringing the heat. From fancy caviar and caftans to Mauricio's scandalous Greek getaway, it's about to get juicier than a freshly baked croissant. So grab your popcorn, your most fabulous caftan, and get ready for a wild ride full of twists, turns, and a whole lot of sass. At Caviar Caspia, our darling Jennifer is orchestrating what promises to be the social spectacle of the season. Picture this, a room full of overpaid housewives draped in their finest caftans, pretending they know the difference between beluga and paddlefish roe. Kyle, our resident caftan connoisseur from her brief obsession with flowing garments, will undoubtedly grace us with her extensive collection. Sutton, ever the dutiful reconnaissance agent, scoped out the venue while carrying some piping hot tea about Dorit's Independence Day shindig. Because nothing says America quite like throwing shade at someone's drinking habits. Oh, Dorit, sweetie, did you really think we'd forget your little Sutton's a Drinker campaign from last season?
You missed Dorit's 4th of July party. You know, I was reluctant to go. And,
So haven't you seen traumatized? Like you had a little post-traumatic stress syndrome.
Garcelle sits down and is like, Sutton, what are you drinking? I said, it's the watermelon drink. It's light and refreshing. Is there alcohol in there? She goes,
Didn't you ask Sutton what she's drinking?
Yeah.
And you asked, is there alcohol in it?
Now, in a twist that only Bravo could orchestrate, Sutton and Dorit's first face-to-face encounter will happen amidst overpriced fish eggs and designer caftans. Let's raise a glass to that. Or maybe not. So there's Kyle, spilling her guts to her therapist Jamie Green, probably on some fancy couch that costs more than my car. The house is dead silent because her youngest, Portia, decided to ditch the family drama for a European adventure smart kid, honestly. For the first time ever, the picture-perfect family summer isn't happening. Shocking, I know. Meanwhile, her estranged hubby Mauricio is living his best life. Planning some bros-only getaway, because apparently that's what you do when your marriage is on the rocks. He's out there living his life.
I mean, the fact that he took Portia alone, I've never been away from Portia like that, ever. And then he's going to do a guy's trip. He goes and lives his life and he's having fun. But everyone's like, are you getting divorced? Are you getting divorced? I mean, everybody asks me that. I think I'm anxious, I'm getting impatient. I'm impatient because I want to know what my life is going to be. I think it's different from men. You know, I mean, he's just going to live his best life.
But here's the kicker. Just because Mauricio's scared of living solo doesn't mean he's crying himself to sleep missing her. When their marriage was doing the Titanic, he wasn't exactly throwing himself on the iceberg to save it. Now Kyle's finally decided to join the 21st century and get on with her life, and hallelujah. We're finally getting the tea on what Kyle really thinks about this marriage. Dr. Duke, a specialist in fertility, arrived at Bose's home accompanied by her team and necessary medical equipment. Bose, who is 47, has opted to receive all her fertility services in the comfort of her own space. During the visit, she shared her journey, revealing that she has been through 2 pregnancies. Tragically, her first daughter was born prematurely and did not survive, and her second pregnancy was marred by severe complications. Given these experiences, Bose is thoughtfully considering the possibility of having another.
So what am I looking at?
Okay, so this is your womb.
Yes,
That's the
okay.
uterus, and that's the right ovary.
Oh.
And this dark circle is an egg house.
Oh, I see.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow.
So is there a range of egg houses you kind of want to be within?
And someone who's like 25 to 30 years old, we'd be expecting to see at least 10 of those egg houses on each ovary, right? Around 40, we'd expect to see anywhere between 0
Wow.
and 6 as an average.
Okay.
Certainly over 45, you're generally only seeing 1 or 2.
Welcome to the Caviar and Caftans extravaganza, darlings, where the rich and fabulous gather to put fish eggs on potatoes and call it cuisine. Bose and Dorit make their grand entrance. Sweet Bose thinks they should welcome Sutton into their little sisterhood, while Dorit's convinced Sutton's already planning her dramatic exit. And oh honey, Dorit's completely over Sutton's victim routine and her more confusing than amazed personality. The kicker? Dorit's telling Bose it's time for a good old-fashioned confrontation. Just another casual dinner in Beverly Hills.
Does Chanel not make caftans? Is that why Miss Thing's not wearing one? Everybody else is.
So get this. Sutton innocently orders some water, and Dorit, being her typical nosy self, just had to connect it to some drama at her house. When Sutton sarcastically asked for permission to hydrate herself, Dorit pulled her classic, "Are you in that mood?" card. Well, honey, Sutton was more than ready to serve up a list of reasons why she's done with Dorit's constant meddling. And just when Dorit thought she had Sutton all figured out, Sutton threw some shade by turning to Bose with the most ridiculous question.
How many people do you have today?
How many what?
How many people do you have in you today?
How many people do I have what? What? Huh? How many people do I have in me today? Girl, one. Myself.
Sutton asserted, "You picked at me. You need to pick on somebody else whose wallet fits." In response, Dorit vented in a confessional stating, just because she thinks that her ex-husband dropped a big pocketbook in her lap, it gives her license to be such a fucking CNT. Garcelle then suggested, "Maybe you should apologize for your joke about Sutton's drink," to which Dorit replied, "Okay, I'm sorry." Kyle prompted the conversation further, asking, "What do both of you need to hear from each other?" Sutton dismissed Dorit, saying, "Dorit has nothing to give." Dorit then turned her attention to Kyle, questioning, "Why didn't you step in during this argument?"
And you know, you, out of all people, sitting here watching this.
I'm literally trying to intervene and say, you guys.
I'm not dealing with somebody who actually wants to have a productive conversation, who wants to have any type of relationship, let alone a civil one.
Jennifer Tilly wanted a fun and elegant party, aiming to create a positive atmosphere for her guests while navigating the conflicts that arose among them. She envisioned a gathering filled with laughter and good conversation, where everyone could enjoy themselves and put aside their differences.
Wait, switch seats with me. Switch seats with me.
There's an empty seat down there too, because Jolie Fisher never
we
showed
don't want to
up.
push everybody to the outskirts.
You're hilarious.
And
Oh my God, that looks
I drink
amazing.
as much as you. I mean, I think that we all have our little buttons.
Hi. Everybody, this is Faye.
Of course, drama queen Kyle had to chase after Dorit when she stormed off. And Dorit, she's out here throwing threats about how she could eviscerate Sutton if she wanted to play dirty. Kyle, trying to play peacemaker as usual, pointed out that yeah, Sutton was being annoying by cutting Dorit off, but maybe they should duke it out in private. At least Kyle's got some insight after her Georgia trip with Sutton. Turns out hearing about Sutton's dad hitting the bottle explains why she gets so worked up about drinking comments. Guess who's been getting cozy in the Mediterranean? Our favorite real estate mogul was caught smooching a mystery lady in Greece, and honey, the drama is piping hot. Miss Garcelle's jaw practically needed a GPS to find its way back up. Then we've got Detective Sutton over here serving airport expertise realness because apparently she's memorized every paparazzi-free zone in Greece.
girl. What? Did you not see news
about Kyle?
Yes. Yes.
Kissing a woman.
I don't really know how I am right now, to be honest.
Did you know this was coming?
Not at all.
Do you know who this person is?
I have no idea. Obviously, like when someone gets a shot of you like that, you don't know. Obviously, he didn't know his picture was being taken.
It wasn't an accidental paparazzi shot. This is a planned photo.
No one's going to hire someone to take that photo.
Yeah, they are.
Well, Glamily, that's a wrap on the latest drama. Can you believe all the craziness we just witnessed? From the fancy caviar and caftan party to the juicy details about Dorit's barbecue and Mauricio's scandalous getaway, these ladies really know how to keep us on our toes, don't they? So tell me, what did you all think of this wild ride? Were you as shook as I was when those photos of Mauricio surfaced? I mean, talk about a plot twist. If you're loving all this juicy tea as much as I am, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single episode of Official Glam.